Well, it is a Saturday. I'm sure you couldn't possibly have guessed that. Let's put that thing in here. I should clean that. Unfortunately, it's 2 million degrees out, and this thing is leaking both fluids. So that's wonderful. I get to lay in that for 30 minutes of my day. It's not like I mind or anything. I just wish I could have fixed that. Open this guy up here. Blah, blah. Stickers. Well, there you go. I don't even need to install the part. That just made my day. That's all I need. I do need the part, though. This is another one of them fancy micro starters. And, I mean, I don't really need one, but technically, that's 11-to-1 compression. And the factory starter is only rated for 10. It worked. I just, the factory one broke and I wanted a nice one, so I bought a nice one. All right, well, now that one's out of there, we put this guy in there, and he's a lot lighter than that absolute unit. So that'll be nice. A little bit of weight reduction. I don't really care that much about it, but it's nice. Cool to have. And shiny. Now, before I actually go and put that starter on, that is a vacuum tree. As you can see, this guy's got a little bolt in him. But this hose is supposed to go all the way down to the transmission, which is probably why it stopped shifting in the first place, because it's been plugged the entire time we've owned it. Now, that doesn't exactly make things harder for me. Does mean I need to buy a new hose. Actually, if you never throw anything away, you don't need to buy anything new, because you just have hoses lying around. The issue with the old one is it was made out of cast aluminum, which is notoriously brittle after it gets old, and this kind of just snapped right off. You would be surprised how common this angle is. Oh, it's stuck. No. Okay, that was a pain in the butt. I didn't record really any of that, but it's also 92 degrees outside, so you can't blame me. I don't want to be out here for very long. But I am in the vehicle now. I think my battery's dead. I haven't charged it in a while, but we will see. Yep, dead as a doorknob. I mean, the light turns on, but it's nowhere near enough to turn that starter. Jumper is now hooked up. What do you mean, nothing? The wiring of this car is quite the enigma. Because it's a newer style starter, we have to do some conversion stuff. I have no idea how it works. Okay, well, that is a new wire. That's not a great connection, but that is what I had to do since the terminal on the starter is very small. As you can see, the starter is also off because I have to clock the starter so that that wire fits because I messed up. I cut it the wrong length. It's fine, it'll work. Probably. Hopefully. Maybe not, we'll see. This one is a little different than the last one. We have instead 3 bolts and 3 holes. You can drill out these other holes, but I'm not going to do that, I'm lazy. I will say one of the coolest things that I can do on down here is see the monument of my sins. Okay, it's back on now. Now I just gotta put the other wire on that thing. I wish I had brought that wire down here. Okay, so now in theory, everything is wired up. When you convert these to a PMGR, you move your original wire that would start it to the same where your battery positive is, and you run a new wire, which is this red wire, to your, what'd you call that? Your solenoid wire, your click wire, trigger wire, that's the word. And your trigger wire goes down to a tiny screw down there. If it would focus, that would be lovely. And your original wire goes in the same spot, trying to route it wherever, as long as it's back on this side. And that is how you convert to PMGR for an old Ford. Now the question is, did this work? Because if it didn't, then I did all that work for nothing. Where's my battery at? Jumper wires are now hooked up. Why are we back to square zero? Where's the clicking gone? I'm gonna see if we can't give this guy a bit of an assist here. What do you mean no? This is on now. Jump rope of death and destruction. So now I'm gonna grab these guys, plug those in. Hopefully those lights are a little brighter. Much brighter. Still no power. Where'd my power go? Ford, where'd it go? weirdly enough, it seems like everything else is getting power. I mean, I have wipers, I have lights, I got... They're trying to work. The horn was working a second ago. I mean, even stuff like... Well, I guess this side never worked, but all of this works. But that's not working for some reason. Technically, I could hotwire it, but I'm not a lazy moron, so I'm going to find out what's wrong with this. Well, from what I have deduced, something here is fishy. I mean, it clicks once, doesn't start, battery dies completely. So I'm going to let it charge overnight, and then I'm going to do some wiring testing tomorrow. I'll maybe make a YouTube short about it. But yeah, it is, as you can see by the sun, simply too much to do in one video because it's nighttime already. So I'm going to go do that. You guys have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. This one it's made out of cast aluminum, and if you torque...
I haven't felt the loving embrace of a human being in over 3 months.